Okay, we got Doom: The Dark Ages gameplay overview, Xbox Developer Direct 2025. Ooh, baby, what have they been cooking over there? Oh my god. This is how this is being played. I wonder if, and this is like the main guy behind Doom. I wonder if he realizes the drastic differences in gameplay experience from playing on controller versus M and K. I tried to play. I went to my buddy's house one time, and we were just like messing around. And he's like, "Hey, I got Doom Eternal." I was like, "Oh, you do? Oh, great! I beat the game a bunch of times. It's great." He's like, "Oh yeah, man, it's great." And I was like, "Oh, let me help you with that," because he was like stuck on like some level or whatever. And I don't think this was a fault of the controller or the console, but bro, when I say he had so much input lag, that's not like even the beginning of it. And this was his norm. No wonder he couldn't beat the level. Like, bro, whenever I tilted the stick and I look on the TV, it was like tilt, move, tilt, move, tilt. It was not like 1 to 1. So like, no wonder like you have like so much trouble. So like, understandably, uh, these these guys are probably playing the game with like damn near zero input lag, but there exists a snippet, a group of people that play with input lag and they don't even know it, either from the console, the controller, or the TV being bad or whatever. And that's kind of sad. So, I mean, yeah, controller, most people got to default to the controller because aiming is hard on M&K. It just is. But, oh,
Hello, and welcome to Dallas, Texas, home of id Software, where more than 30 years ago, a small team of game developers helped define and set a course for first-person shooters. A lot has changed since then, but our team is as passionate as ever. And the most important values at the core of our games, innovation, craftsmanship, and performance, remain a priority for us to this day.
And as you're about to see, those values are infused in every aspect of this latest installment in the legendary Doom franchise. It is an honor to work on this game, to carry on id's tradition of creating all-out, groundbreaking levels.
and also understandably, I think they're using kind of like some of the music from the in-game music as like a background for this entire video. And this stuff sounds like all right. It falls in line in the same vein as like the other like Doom 2016, Doom Eternal games. I mean, but let's just keep listening.
Of fun.
So now, we're excited to share with you a look at our most ambitious game yet. This is Doom: The Dark Ages.
That was so stupid, I mouthed the words.
Bro, the big furry cape goes hard.
In Doom: The Dark Ages, you will feel like the superweapon in the center of a medieval war against hell.
Bro, like on my second playthrough of Monster Hunter World, once I got to Banbaro, I just made that entire set of armor and just left that shit on as what was it called? as the like layered armor for the Bambaro, because bro, it's the big furry cape, the big horns. It's just, it goes hard.
In a cinematic sci-fi fantasy world full of locations to explore, powerful weapons to unlock, and enemies to conquer. This is a...
You know what this kind of reminds me of? This kind of reminds me of like if Van Helsing took like super steroids. Is what that little like reminded me of right there.
Prequel to Doom 2016, and that's given us the opportunity to reimagine every aspect of this experience. So if you're new to the franchise, then Doom the Dark...
This motherfucker got a cowboy hat while he's like programming. And there's like the lines of code. I don't know how to code or do any of that shit. Oh my god.
Ages will be the perfect entry point into the series. And if you're a longtime fan, then you'll be proud to see, in a lot of ways, the feel of the game is really a return to form. So let's break it down, starting with the combat.
Okay.
In Doom Eternal, you felt like a fighter jet. In Doom the Dark Ages, you'll be an iron tank. Heavy, strong, but still fast.
Oh, so potentially they're taking away a lot of the movement. I mean, ooh, brother, ooh. I don't know how I feel about it. Maybe it'll be good. If you played original Doom Eternal, it felt awesome. The movement was spectacular. Once you unlock that one armor skill to where you could like easily aerial strafe anywhere, that felt so like fantastic. The dashes that you could do felt great. The super shotty and like the little grappling hook at the end of it, that felt amazing. But understandably, whenever you increase the amount of movement you give to the player, it also makes it very hard to aim. Understandably. And most people on controller, if I were to guess, whenever they boot up a game, I would probably say they don't mess with their sensitivity on controller. They just go through the game at like whatever default sense the game just gives them. I mean, hopefully, that changes, because I do think, if you increase your sensitivity, you increase your like capacity to aim better. And when you do that, you can just move quicker. You could do things that you normally, wouldn't be able to. But unfortunately, that's just not the trend in video games, to increase your sensitivity to accommodate for like the enemies. Because one facet that, that they had in Doom Eternal was each enemy needs to be able to give the player a unique challenge to solve. And one of those challenges was having to force the player to engage with like all the forms of movement that were given to you. Jump, double jump, that little bar that you could grab onto that like refreshed your double jump, increased aerial strafe, the super shoddy grappling hook. You could get like a decent amount of distance if you went in for a glory kill. It's another form of movement. All that stuff felt really great, and I couldn't imagine playing that game on like maybe like a slow sensitivity on a controller, or to make a comparison on M&K, playing Doom Eternal with a really low sensitivity. I mean by low, I mean like slow. Like you gotta do like multiple arm swipes to like do like a 360 or something like that. I could not imagine that. Doom Eternal is, I would say, super enjoyable on like either like some sort of like mid to like high sensitivity for most forms of input.
A grounded combat system with an emphasis on power over the acrobatics of Doom Eternal.
Ooh, you got like a little shield charge like Captain America. That's pretty cool. And then what did you just throw like a green beam? Oh, that's cool.
And a balance between enemy projectiles and player movement speed that makes strafing to aim viable again.
What, was it not viable to strafe aim? What? Let me see all that again.
Tank. Heavy, strong, but still fast.
Okay, so you definitely feel slower. Okay, but still fast. Okay, that's whatever part of the statement.
A grounded...
The shotgun looks absolutely sick. Like, this is a skin. All right, this is like a good ass skin in a video game. All right, none of this bullshit that Call of Duty is peddling, where it's just like, oh, it's the same gun, but we just throw on some like neon numbers and some shapes. You guys like neon numbers and shapes, guys, right?
Combat system with an emphasis on power.
Okay, that was actually cool. Like, you target a fodder and then you just charge it. Okay, that is what we're talking about.
Over the acrobatics of Doom Eternal.
You got the Captain America shield throw. You got like some sort of like reflect or like perfect block thing. And I take it that was a glory kill.
Between enemy projectiles and player.
Bro, the fact that you're like dual wielding as like a chainsaw, like a circle saw shield and a shotgun in your other hand is just hilarious to me. It's kind of like Gunlance in Monster Hunter Wilds, but doomified. This is so fun, bro. If Monster Hunter Wild came out and like made some more tweaks to the Gunlance to make it like this, oh my god, that would go so hard, dude.
Your movement speed that makes strafing to aim viable again.
Okay, so strafe aim is back. I don't know where it went. I think it was always there. I don't know what he's really talking about. Maybe in Doom Eternal, I haven't played Doom Eternal in a while. Maybe like when you went to perfectly like strafe at like a 90-degree angle, like your speed would slow down. But I don't really think. But no, you could dash. You could like dash left and right. So I don't know where this like strafe aim bullshit is like, we're bringing it back. Like, it was never gone, bro.
Just like in the classic Doom games.
Okay.
But it's not all about.
I mean, but still, like strafing and aiming means just all that means bring strafe aim back, make strafe aim great again. That just means your speed doesn't change from going forward to backward to left and right. Okay, so maybe your speed decreases when you go like backpedal, but like not when you like perfectly sidestep. So in the end, the game feels good and it feels smoother. So that's good.
About nostalgia. Innovation is the goal, always. And so for Doom the Dark Ages, it's an all-new world.
The vibe of all this feels awesome.
With new tools and new mechanics to master.
Okay.
Let me introduce you to the Shield Saw.
The Shield Saw. Keep it simple, stupid. This is a great name for the Shield Saw. I was like, is this a chainsaw shield? A circle saw shield? It's just Shield Saw. The SS. Okay. Bro, imagine if Sword and Shield in Monster Hunter had this as a fucking variant. Holy shit.
Block. Throw.
Yeah, I think you just get full immunity when you put the shield up. So that's pretty cool.
Parry. Deflect. All from...
Okay, so there is parries, there is deflects. Huh.
One input. It's contextual. Tons...
Oh, wait. All from one input. What? Okay.
...of depth on a single button press.
Is that fucking Roadhog's ultimate right there? Oh my... Oh, this is like the one skull gun. You put in a skull, it grinds it up, and it shoots out like shit in like a wide pattern.
You know, we want every Doom game to stand on its own as a unique experience. So in 2016, we asked you to run and gun.
Okay, so if all of this music is just ripped straight out of Dark Ages, it sounds all right. It doesn't sound bad. I would say, I'm not gonna try to like step on anybody's toes, but fuck it. It sounds like this person listened a shit ton to Mick Gordon's stuff and tried to emulate it, but give his own little twist to it, which is good. Like, I don't think you're gonna be able to replicate Mick Gordon, but I think it does a decent job thus far.
In Doom Eternal, it was jump and shoot. And in Doom the Dark Ages, you're gonna stand and fight.
Oh. Ooh. Okay. Purple. Okay.
And the shield saw will give you.
There's a lot of like just like indicators. Maybe that's good. Maybe that's bad. I don't think it's too bad.
The strength to go head to head with some of the biggest bad.
Like that, and like the enemies look pretty freaking cool. Like there's just so much shit to talk about. But like, you know, they got the whole fodder system back of like kill the fodder, gain ammo, gain health, gain armor. What is this, your boot? Jesus, I didn't even catch this. So the glory kill system is still remaining. That's good. That's cool. I don't know what this thing in the center is.
And the shield saw will
this guy looks absolutely awesome.
give you the strength to go head to head with some.
Bro, he's got the Thanos double-bladed the pointless double-bladed sword from Thanos.
The biggest, baddest demons we've ever created it in. But that's not all. Because if you're gonna
Okay.
stand and fight, then you gotta have something to follow up that opening parry with. How about an iron flail?
Oh, the flail.
Or maybe
Actually,
an
that's pretty cool.
electrified gauntlet. Or even a doom spike mace. That's right, we
Doom
have
spike.
3 melee options that are part of a melee system. All
Okay, electric gauntlet, flail, or mace. What do you guys think is going to be the meta? I think the flail, because you got range. I'm just unless there's like some other things that make the mace or the electric gauntlet like absolutely crazy, I'm going with flail. I think on my first playthrough I'll probably go with like flail first.
on one input, complete with combos and upgrades, and it's totally.
There's fucking combos with this shit, dude. But is the implementation of melee combos, does that fall in line to what people expect from a Doom game? Do you know what I'm saying? All of this looks like awesome. Like without a doubt, it looks cool. There's like a lot more focus on melee stuff. And that's what I am kind of worried about.
Really awesome. And you can finish off the demons now with an all-new, unsynced, completely in the player's control glory kill system.
What do you mean unsynced? Oh, like a customized thing that you can mess with, like, so you go in for a glory kill, and what are you supposed to be able to do? Like just wiggle like your stick around, or like slash your little cursor around and like destroy the monster that way? Well, shit, that's like some Ninja Guide, or not Ninja Guide. That's some Metal Gear Rising Revengeance type shit right there.
From any angle, in and out, as you see fit, and it feels amazing. You'll feel unstoppable, smashing your way through the horde with total freedom. And that seems like a ton, but that's just 2 inputs. We got one more really important button that we haven't talked about yet.
Okay.
The trigger.
The trigger. The shooting. But you guys remember guns? Yeah. You guys got guns, don't you? You know what it seems like? This is the vibe I'm getting. Guns are for fodder, and melee and block are for like unique bosses. That's the vibe I'm getting. Maybe that's like not entirely true. They're pretty sure there's gonna be some bosses where it's like the weak point lights up, shoot the weak point, bang. Okay, now go in for like your melee bullshit, which is probably gonna be the case.
That's right, we've saved the best for last. Doom has and always will be all about the guns.
Okay.
And Dark Ages has some of the most.
Bro, I just can't get over the fact that you're wielding a shield and a gun. That's so crazy. This easily looks like a two-handed weapon. But no, Doom guy is just over here like one hand. I got this, bro. One hand.
Most ridiculously powerful weapons that we've ever created. Mean. Ancient. Brutal torture machines built to butcher, impale,
Ooh.
and shred the minions of hell with.
Yo, are you gonna bring back the weapon swapping bullshit of what did we swap to? Like rocket sniper? It was like the rocket sniper weapon swapping. Is that gonna be brought back? Because like in order for like the main things that was like always relevant in Doom 2016 or Doom Eternal was like you had to get good at weapon swapping. So you had to develop this sort of like muscle memory either on controller or M&K via either via on your keyboard if you got like the dexterity, or you buy an MMO mouse that has like a bunch of buttons on the side, and that's how I played all my Doom games, with weapon swapping. And it was fun. You feel like a badass whenever you can like weapon swap and kill something like a big ass demon real quick.
Only in Doom. That's the mission statement for the design of these never-before-seen, insanely fun-to-use tools of mayhem that only the Slayer has the power to wield.
Oh.
So let's take a look at some extended gameplay footage
Oh.
and see how these medieval mechanics synergize with the enemies and the environments to form the new combat loop for Doom: The Dark Ages.
And like when he says combat loop, like that's, I like how he says combat loop. He just like says it. It's like, this is like what you're going to be doing most of the time. Like he's not like trying to fluff up the player and just be like, guys, or this is like the main core, this is like the gameplay or whatever. Like the fact that he just says gameplay loop assumes that the audience isn't stupid and knows that this is what like you're going to be doing most of the time. Okay, this is all fodder. Like the music is decent. I think the music's pretty good. I don't know if it's Mick Gordon good, but it's good. Okay, so that's like another form of movement. You throw your shield at the thing and you can, I don't know, teleport to your shield or whatever, because he took away all your other aspects of movement. And didn't you have like in the other Dooms, you had like the man cannon? It was like a thing you'd like jump on or whatever, and you'd like just get launched or whatever. So there has to be like some form of like traversal thing, because I don't know if I've seen like an air dash yet or anything like that. So if you take away all these like burst options of movement, that means you have to increase the base movement speed of the Slayer. Okay, and it makes it really simple. You perfect block, and when you perfect block, it's all green. So what does that mean? That means whenever you see a green attack, that means this is perfect blockable. So perfect block the green shit. Fantastic. I can easily understand that just through a gameplay clip. And what was that? Was that a fucking chainsaw for a head? Damn. Oh, is that the Mancubus brought back again? Dang, the shield just stays in there. That's pretty cool.
And under the hood, for the first time in an id game, we've made our combat more approachable and flexible than ever before.
Oh, whoa, look at this. Look at this. I've never seen this. Holy shit. Oh my god. You know what this is? This gives the difficulty. Bro, that means there's like journalism difficulty in this shit, dude. Look at this. Video game journalists are now able to complete the game. Holy, look at it. You can mess with all of it. If this is like baby's first Doom game, you just put all this shit on low. But if you want like max difficulty, you just slam all this shit on high. This is absolutely crazy. I've never, like, the amount of games that actually do this is so few and far between. Because, we don't want to divide the difficulty into like multiple difficulties, and on top of it, we add like so many projectile, or I'm looking at it and I just said projectile. We'd add more sliders to the difficulty and all this other shit. Because, developers were like didn't want to overcrowd or overcomplicate playing the game. But this is good. I think giving the player more options to play the game is a good thing. And 100%, if you are a game journalist, put this on like super easy mode. I forgot what it was called. It was a meme. But like, yeah, and put all the sliders to the left. If you're halfway decent, you better be pushing this all the way to the right. 100%. Look at this. Damage to player. You can mess with it. Damage to demons. You can mess with it. Enemy projectile speed. You can make it slow-moving projectiles, or I would imagine damn near hit scan. Enemy aggression. Okay, fantastic. Parry window. You can make it really tight or really forgiving. Days duration. Ooh. Game speed. Oh, game speed? Bro, this is crazy. Resource values? Oh my god, like how much ammo, health, and armor you get from a glory kill? This is so cool. This is awesome. This is good. Oh my god. Like, this is, bro, this is the amount of bullshit that live service games try to make and design their games around. Okay? This is what they do. They take all of these modifiers and then some in all the other like shooting game live service PvE type games, and they give it a slider. And then they say, hey, player, invest 10,000 hours in the game, and then eventually you can make the entire game your bitch. But you have to invest 10,000 hours, okay? This game just literally gives you all this shit. Bro, damage to player, damage to demons? In any live service game, you would have to farm for hundreds of hours to do maximum damage to the demons, or take minimum damage yourself. Oh, this is so good. What a breath of fresh ass. Huh. I wasn't really on the fence, but I was like, oh, this is gonna be good because I'm a fan of Doom. But now this just makes me more excited for the game.
With a new difficulty system and sliders that will allow players to tune the speed and challenge of the game to whatever fits them best. You can slow things down or speed them up. It's a Doom for all Slayers.
Yes.
And the gameplay doesn't end with just the Slayer. We finally have for you. We've been waiting for 2 games now.
Is he gonna say like, oh wait, the tanks and the mechs?
To get in and pilot your very own 30-story Atlan, which is a mech.
Atlan?
It's the size of a building. It's powerful. And you can beat giant Titan-sized demons to death with your gauntleted fists.
Oh, good.
If that wasn't enough,
I mean, let's not beat around the bush. That's essentially Titanfall type gameplay. But I hope it's good. And this is gonna look cool too.
also have for you your very own fire-breathing, Gatling gun-toting cybernetic dragon.
This looks badass. This is nothing but W's.
Neither of these are one-and-done features either. They have a full suite of abilities and even mini-bosses. The spectacle is epic. The Power Fantasy is unlike anything we've made it in. And the combat systems behind these features are deep and tons of fun. And as cool as all that is, we know that fans of single-player action games expect more than just great combat to pull them through the experience. So we're excited to share with you not just the gunplay, but the world of Doom: The Dark Ages.
We're gonna add a little sprinkle in of Lord of the Rings type environment, but Doom.
Your hero's journey will take
It's
you
a scorpion from Halo.
to the far reaches of the Doom universe. Mysterious worlds from the Slayer's past, dark forests.
Bro, all this shit looks epic. This is badass. This, you could put any one of these scenes in Elden Ring and it would just look natural.
Dungeons, ancient hellscapes, battle.
When is Doom gonna make like an Elden Ring game? This is gonna look, all this looks good, man.
Fields and worlds beyond. And through exploration, you'll be unlocking new abilities and godlike powers every step of the way. Now armed with your trusty shield saw, you're gonna
everybody loves puzzles. Ooh.
cut, leap, and smash your way through environments full of secrets and treasures. There's always something new waiting to be discovered or destroyed. Now let's take a closer look at just one of the many missions you'll experience in Doom: The Dark Ages. In this level, you will meet the enemy at the gates.
Bro.
In this level, you will meet the
Look at this.
enemy at the gates.
It's just like a cyber battleship with a skull as the front. Or what is this? The bow? Or whatever? I don't know. What are these? Cannons for eyes, I bet? That's probably going to be sick. When the eyes like come out with like cannon fire. And there's like a super fucking cannon like when this thing opens its mouth. This looks badass, dude.
And save a city from certain destruction. Explore the medieval battlefield outside the castle walls, seeking out targets and enemy formations along the way to engage with as you see fit, with any gun you choose. Explore what is the largest play space ever in a Doom game.
Oh, largest play space ever in a Doom game. Okay. I'm trying to like conceptualize like what do you get to do from fighting in a larger flat area that you couldn't do fighting in more or less like mini arenas / corridors. I mean, from what I remember in like Doom 2016 and Eternal, you just go around from like arena to arena, and like between each arena there was like kind of like some puzzles and some hallways and shit like that. It wasn't the worst. It was like okay, it wasn't bad. But you didn't really notice it going from arena to arena. Like if I go from like one place to another, I'm just like, okay, got done with this arena. Okay, I can kind of chill, kill a little bit of fodder. Maybe there's like a random unique enemy that I get introduced to. And then, oh, the next arena, there's like a little bit more fodder, a little bit more unique enemies. And then, oh, remember that unique enemy that was you just fought once of? Now there's like 2 or 3 of them. Oh, okay. But now that you have a big open place, I kind of worry that it's going to be too flat and not enough bullshit. That's one worry. Hopefully it's not like that. Like this little wall thing, it looks like you can climb on this. I haven't really seen any like yellow bars. Remember like in the other game, it's like, oh, there's a yellow horizontal swinging bar thing. I mean, it'd be like kind of silly to put like any like sort of like yellow paint thing anywhere. It would just look completely out of place.
Discovering secret caves and dungeon-like mines in search of vital resources. You control the pace of the game. Where you go, who you fight, and the objectives you pursue. It's a Doom sandbox full of war and riches.
Oh.
Once you've broken the enemy assault, head back to the main gates because the battle isn't over yet.
Bro, this looks badass.
And the sound.
Oh, the soundtrack. Oh, kudos on these guys trying to bring up the soundtrack with all of the controversy that happened in the past with the last game.
soundtrack to your epic adventures will be composed by the award-winning team at Finishing Move, providing...
Oh, okay. I have no idea who Finishing Move is. And... okay.
You with a metal soundscape that's loaded with guitars, medieval vibes, and pure adrenaline. You'll feel like you're expanding the legend of the Slayer with every mission you complete.
I mean, the music did sound pretty good. Like, it wasn't bad. It's probably gonna be like really good, to be honest. But dang, bro, we could have had Doom: The Dark Ages featuring Mick Gordon. We could have.
And speaking of that legend, the story of Doom: The Dark Ages, like everything else in the game, is big. It's a summer blockbuster event with everything on the line, and you are the star of the show. Your power is coveted by your enemies and withheld from your allies, with the Slayer imprisoned.
Bro, what the fuck are these bad guys? Is this like a bad guy?
Your enemies and withheld from your
This is like some like Giga Chad demon thing.
allies.
What is this? Like huge head, huge body. Took too much growth hormone, but never worked out. Just it made his head bigger and grew like 4 extra eyes.
With the Slayer imprisoned at the start of our story, the balance of power between good and evil is shifting, and time is running out. It's a new story and the perfect entry point for new players. It's easier to access now as we've taken the narrative out of the codex and into the cutscenes, featuring new characters, old allies, and
okay, this is another tricky thing to deal with when you're dealing with like IP brands, is the introduction and implementation of new characters, because unless a character has been like with you like since like the first game, it's hard for you to like give a shit about them. So in order to do that, you have to like develop some sort of bond with like the new character real quick, because you only have like one game to do it with. And okay, yeah, you do that, but then how do you raise the stakes from like your previous game in terms of like extra characters that are not just the Doomslayer? Well, in like if you have like main characters or like side characters that have been with you in like the first and second game, you have to more or less kill them to make like make something on the line of like, oh, you know, you're gonna lose like your best friend or something like that. You know, we saw this with like Gears of War or Game of Thrones. You know, like Game of Thrones had no problem killing off like a ton of people in there. But what happened is that when you kill off so many characters and then you introduce new ones, it's hard to get like the audience to attach themselves and to like the new characters. And I don't know, hopefully this game can do it.
Powerful new villains. And for returning players, it leads directly into the Doom 2016 Slayer's Testaments.
Oh.
It's an action story worthy of the Slayer's legend.
The Slayer's Testament.
We've got 10 years of making modern Doom games together. And
Is this just they're walking by their trophy case? Yeah, don't mind me. This is just my trophy case here, guys.
we've done better with every game we've made.
The hope with all this, the goal, is to give players an experience that's as fun to play as it was to make. And make something that's good enough to become the best game id has ever made.
But that is for you to decide. When Doom: The Dark Ages releases this May.
Oh shit, this May. Okay, so what is all this extra bullshit? So up to 2 days early access. Oh wow, massive L. Yeah, reject this immediately. This is a huge L, massive L. trying to cash in on the 2-day early access thing. What losers? Downloadable content, campaign DLC. What the fuck? Downloadable content, campaign, Divinity skin pack. Okay, you're buying skins for a single player game. Okay, I mean, if you like the game that much and you want to support your favorite developer, go ahead and do so. I mean, whatever. Game and premium content. So what are the versions? I mean, I can't see like what this is over here. Maybe I can go back a little bit. No, this thing. How do I turn this bullshit off? Can I turn that off? Okay, and then it's like something in a steelbook, whatever. And so what is this? Like the super premium version of the game. You get like an action figure. Good. All right, this type of stuff needs to be brought back. Oh, and it includes a detachable, super shoddy flail and faux fur cape. You can't piss off the vegans with the real fur cape. All right, it's too much of a health issue, guys. Oh my god. So I do really like when games, if you're gonna come out with like a premium version of the game, I do like the physical little statue that you can get with it. I think this is really cool. Massive L on the 2-day early access. You guys are actual scumbags. Campaign DLC. Actual scumbag losers. This is degenerate behavior, whatever. But overall, up thumb. But what's the vibe from everybody? Whoever decided to give Doomslayer a cape deserves a raise. Yeah. That gun that crushes skulls and shoots fragments. Yep, good. Makes 2 critically acclaimed masterpieces. We got another one. They're not stop cooking. Guys, if this is all, hopefully there's like no pre-order like bonus bullshit. Trying to add campaign DLC as downloadable content is fucking egregious. Like, holy shit, guys. I don't care if it's fucking Jesus Christ made a video game and it's the best game to ever grace the God's earth. Stop coming out with this 2-day early access campaign DLC. All right, they could have just said like side quest DLC, but no, it's critical that this is campaign DLC. You're not getting the full story experience unless, I mean, hopefully this downloadable, hopefully this is free. If it's not, wow. What else? To clarify, the lack of finishers, the glory kill system was changed. Yeah, that's fine. Instead of dedicated ammunitions, you can now aim for specific body parts for demons and use melee, blah, 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 without being locked in. Well, being locked in the animation was actually a good thing because it guaranteed you invulnerability frames. So I could cut off the arms of a demon, ignore it, and continue fighting others. I mean, if you're still locked in some sort of like free flow optional animation thing where you're have iframes and you like while in the iframes you're just sitting there like beating the demon to death, great, whatever. But I was fine with the same animations for all the glory kills. What else? Back to old-fashioned grounded gameplay. Okay. If Captain America and Oddjob had a child, yeah. Doomslayer without jumping around feels odd. True. But I think it's still good. Yeah, it's just a different flavor of Doom. But yeah, 2-day early access, actual loser mentality, whatever. But hopefully the game's good, and hopefully the music is good. So we'll see. We shall see. This has been your completely 100% unbiased review of this Doom the Dark Ages gameplay overview Xbox Developer Direct 2025 vidya. All right, take it easy, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Later.